Have you ever found yourself wondering where the year has gone? Well, it feels as if January was only yesterday, and now somehow the seasons have turned and returned without you truly noticing their passage. You might recall your childhood summers, those long golden stretches of time that felt as if they would never end. Each day was a vast landscape, full of hours for adventure and discovery. But now, as an adult, entire years can feel like a brief, hurried sigh. This feeling is a deep and common human experience, a quiet mystery that touches so many of us as we journey through our lives. It can leave us feeling a little wistful, a little lost. This sensation is not merely a trick of the mind. It is a genuine and profound perception rooted in the very way our brains process the world around us. It speaks to how we build our memories, how we navigate our days, and how our relationship with time itself shifts as the chapters of our lives unfold. The feeling is not a sign that something is wrong, but rather an invitation to look closer. It is a quiet call to understand the subtle mechanics of our inner world. By exploring this phenomenon, we do not just solve a puzzle. Imagine for a moment the texture of time when you were young. The world was a place of constant newness. The scent of rain on warm pavement for the first time, the intricate patterns on a beetle's back, the taste of a fruit you had never before tried. Your mind was a patient explorer, carefully cataloging each new sensation, each surprising detail. These firsts were burned into your memory with a unique and vivid intensity. This process of constant learning and discovery made each day feel substantial, heavy with experience. It is this richness of new information that stretched the hours, making them feel so wonderfully long and slow. In contrast, the time of adulthood often flows with a smoother, faster current. The path to work is the same. The tasks on your desk are familiar. The rhythm of the week repeats with a comforting, yet numbing, predictability. While there is a certain peace in this routine, it asks less of our minds. We are no longer mapping a new world, we are walking well-trodden paths. This shift in our daily experience is the very heart of why time seems to quicken its pace. Understanding this is the first step toward gently reclaiming a sense of slowness, a feeling of depth in our days once more, and finding the wonder that still waits for us. Our brain is a remarkable and efficient cartographer of experience. It does not record time like a clock. Instead, it creates a map of moments, highlighting the significant landmarks. It sketches familiar terrain more simply. Think of your mind as a storyteller. It favors surprising plot twists. It favors vivid new characters. It undervalues quiet, repetitive scenes. Novelty is the ink of lasting memories. New experiences get more brain resources. Memories become stronger. Memories become more detailed. Memories become more emotionally resonant. This is a survival mechanism. Ancient humans needed to remember new life-saving springs, not the 10,000th familiar tree. Brains evolved to prioritize the new and unexpected. A vacation to a foreign country can feel long. New sights, new sounds, new smells. Your brain creates a dense cluster of memories. A month of routine work blurs into one memory. Little new material for the storyteller in your mind. There is another, simpler force at play in our perception of time, one that is based on pure mathematics. It is a matter of proportion. Think of your entire life as a single delicious cake. When you are a child of 5 years old, 1 year represents a huge portion of your existence. That single year is 1/5 or 20% of the whole cake you have known so far. It is a massive, significant slice. The experiences, the growth, and the learning packed into that year feel enormous because, relative to your total lifespan, they truly are. A year is a vast and formative period for a young child. Now, imagine you are 50 years old. You are looking at the same cake, but your perspective has changed dramatically. That same single year is now only 1/50th, or a mere 2%, of the life you have lived. The slice looks incredibly thin in comparison to the whole. It is the same 365 days, the same number of hours and minutes. Yet its proportional significance has shrunk. This simple, rational shift in perspective has a powerful emotional effect. Section 5. The blur of routine, the sharpness of novelty. Let us compare two very different kinds of days. First, imagine a typical workday. You wake up at the same time, follow the same morning ritual, take the same route to your workplace. The journey is a familiar film you have seen 100 times. You might drive for 30 minutes, but your mind is on autopilot, thinking about the day ahead, lost in a familiar worry. At work, the tasks are largely predictable. The faces are the same. In the evening, you reverse the process. When you go to bed, if someone were to ask you for the details of your day, you might struggle to recall anything that truly stood out. Now, imagine the first day of a trip to a city you have never visited before. You wake up in an unfamiliar room. The light is different. The sounds from the street are strange and intriguing. You venture out to find breakfast navigating new streets, reading foreign signs, smelling exotic foods. Every corner you turn presents a new vista, a new architectural detail, a new human interaction. Your senses are on high alert. You are constantly observing, learning, adapting. Your brain is not on autopilot, it is fully engaged, a curious explorer mapping a vibrant and unknown world. At the end of that day, you feel a pleasant exhaustion. Your mind is overflowing with vivid, distinct moments. The day spent in routine is neurologically smooth. The brain processes it with minimal effort, bundling the entire sequence into a single, highly compressed memory file labeled Another Tuesday. When you look back a month later, that Tuesday has no sharp edges. It blends seamlessly with all the other Tuesdays, creating a uniform blur. This is memory compression at its most efficient. The commute, the work, the dinner. It all collapses into a single, indistinct event in your long-term memory. A week of such days can feel, in hindsight, like it passed in a single afternoon, because there are so few unique memory anchors to stretch it out. The day of travel, however, is neurologically jagged and rich. It is filled with dozens of unique memory anchors. Section 7. The accelerating 30s and beyond. For many people, the subjective acceleration of time seems to gain significant momentum somewhere around the age of 30. This is not a coincidence. This decade is often a period of profound transition, where the balance of life shifts from exploration to responsibility. The freewheeling discovery of one's 20s begins to crystallize into a more settled and structured existence. New jobs, new cities, new relationships. This very structure, while providing stability, is also a primary catalyst for the quickening pace of time. The landscape of life becomes less about new horizons and more about managing the territory one has already claimed. The rise of responsibilities plays a crucial role. A career becomes more demanding, requiring focus and repetition rather than broad learning. A mortgage and household chores create a steady rhythm of recurring tasks. For those who start a family, life becomes governed by the cycles of childcare, school runs, and domestic duties. Childcare, school runs, domestic duties. These are all meaningful and important parts of life, but they are, by their nature, deeply routine. The day is no longer a blank canvas for spontaneous adventure. It is a schedule to be maintained. This dramatic reduction in novelty means the brain is creating far fewer of those sharp, distinct memories that make time feel slow. We are physically there, but our minds are elsewhere, and so the time passes without leaving a trace on our memory. Furthermore, this period of life is often accompanied by a rise in mental load and stress. Juggling work, family, finances, and personal health leaves less cognitive space for simple, present-moment awareness. Work, family, finances, personal health. The mind is often racing ahead, planning the next task, or dwelling on a past concern. This state of constant preoccupation acts like a filter, preventing us from fully noticing the small wonders of the present moment. When we are not truly present, the details that make a moment memorable simply do not register. We are physically there, but our minds are elsewhere, and so the time passes without leaving a trace on our memory. It is also a simple matter of diminishing firsts. By the time we are in our 30s and 40s, we have experienced most of the common firsts of life. Fallen in love, traveled, started a career, perhaps raised a child. the opportunities for truly groundbreaking, world-altering novel experiences become less frequent. Life becomes more about refinement and maintenance than about brand-new construction. This is a natural and healthy stage of life, but it starves the brain of the very input, the new, the surprising, the unexpected, that it uses to stretch our perception of time. The result is a powerful and persistent feeling that the years are slipping by faster and faster. But because it represents a much smaller fraction of the total story we have written for ourselves. This concept is sometimes called the proportional theory of time perception. Section 8. How to gently slow the river of time. The feeling that time is speeding up is not an irreversible fate. It is a response to the way we live. By consciously and gently changing our habits, we can add texture back into our days and slow our perception of the passing years. The goal is not to stop time but to fill it more richly. Give your mind more beautiful moments to hold on to. Become the deliberate creator of your own memories. Here are 3 clear, simple actions you can begin to practice. First, actively seek out small doses of novelty. You don't need to book a trip around the world. The power is in small disruptions of the everyday. Take a different street on your walk to the store. Listen to a genre of music that is completely new to you. For 1 week, try cooking a recipe from a cuisine you've never tasted. These changes force your brain out of autopilot. Pay attention, notice new things, create fresh neural pathways. Each small act is like dropping a colorful stone into the river of time, creating ripples that make its passage feel more textured and real. Second, consciously break your routines. Routines are comforting, and they speed up time. Choose one small routine and alter it. Read in a park bench instead of your usual chair. Replace post-dinner TV with 20 minutes of sketching or journaling. Rearrange furniture to make a familiar room feel new. These breaks act as markers, creating distinct days. They help you differentiate this Wednesday from the last. Build a richer, more detailed mental archive of your year. Third, practice the art of being present. Much of adult life is spent planning for the future, or ruminating on the past. To slow time, anchor yourself in the now. Engage your senses. Spend 2 minutes simply listening to the sounds around you, without judgment. When you drink your morning coffee, notice its warmth. Notice its aroma. Notice its taste, as if for the first time. Put your phone away during a meal with a loved one and give them full attention. By being present, you feed your mind raw data of a moment in all its richness. This creates strong, vivid memories that make life feel full, deep, beautifully slow. This contrast shows us that it is not the clock on the wall but the content of our hours that dictates our perceived speed of time. If time feels faster now, it may be your mind saving energy. It may also be a sign to add wonder back into your days. Pause here. Think about your own life. Which moments last because you truly notice them? Share your age in the comments and tell us, does time feel faster to you now?